A Herrerasaurus lies motionless in the underbrush, 4 to 5 meters of muscle coiled and still, eyes fixed on a herd of Placerias grazing near the tree line. These are formidable animals, tusked, thick-hided dicynodonts weighing over a ton apiece, but one has drifted from the group, and that's all the opening a predator needs. The Herrerasaurus shifts its weight, ready to break cover, but it never gets the chance. The brush on the far side of the clearing explodes, as Saurosuchus slams into the isolated Placerias at full speed, jaws closing around its throat before the herd even registers the threat. The kill is over in seconds. The herd scatters in a wall of red dust, and the Herrerasaurus melts back into the shadows, hunt abandoned, watching another apex predator claim what should have been its meal. This is the hierarchy of the Late Triassic, and it is not close. Saurosuchus and its armored pseudosuchian relatives dominate every major niche on the supercontinent. The largest hunters, the heaviest herbivores, the animals that decide who eats and who goes hungry. Dinosaurs like Herrerasaurus are fast, clever opportunists, but they are always second in line, forced to scavenge the margins of a world built for someone else. But that world is about to end. Deep beneath Pangea, the supercontinent has begun tearing itself apart, and along the widening seams, the crust finally gives way. In an event geologists will one day call the Central Atlantic Magmatic Province, volcanic fissures thousands of miles long split open and pour molten rock across the land for tens of thousands of years. Carbon dioxide and sulfur choke the sky. Ash blacks out the sun. The temperature swings from sudden killing cold to suffocating greenhouse heat, and acid rain strips the leaves from what forests remain. There is nowhere on the supercontinent far enough away to escape it. For the Herrerasaurus, the change doesn't arrive as a single moment. It arrives as weeks of gray sky and dying vegetation, as waterholes turning to poison, as a hunger that never fully goes away. There are nights it goes to ground half-starved, ribs visible beneath its hide, driven by nothing but the need to move toward the next patch of green it can find. Around it, the giants begin to fail first. Their enormous bodies, once an advantage, now demand more food and water than a collapsing world can provide. A Saurosuchus, once the undisputed ruler of this valley, is found weeks later collapsed beside a dry riverbed, starved, its massive frame no longer sustainable when every certainty about where the next meal comes from has disappeared. The Placerias herds thin, then vanish entirely, unable to find enough vegetation to sustain their bulk. One by one, the animals that spent the Herrerasaurus's entire life reminding it of its place quietly disappear from the landscape, leaving silence where there used to be competition. When the ash finally settles and the sky clears, the Herrerasaurus walks out into a valley gone silent. The predators that hunted it, the giants that outcompeted it, simply gone. For the first time in the history of this landscape, nothing stands above the dinosaurs. That silence will not last. Because on the other side of this empty ash-gray world, an entirely new age is already beginning to take shape. One built not around giants that dodge danger, but around predators built to become the danger themselves. The Early Jurassic is about to hand that emptiness to a new kind of hunter, taller, faster, and finally unchallenged. Next time on DinoLore, we follow one of the first of them, Dilophosaurus, as it claims a throne no dinosaur has ever sat on before. If you want to see how that story unfolds, a like and a subscribe is the best way to make sure it finds you.